Three, two, one. All right. What's up, guys? I'm here with Astatine band from Los Angeles, California. Is that how you say it? How do you say it?
Yeah, Astatine.
Astatine. All right, bet. So, first thing, if you guys could just give me your name and what instrument you play in your band.
I'm Miles and I sing.
I'm LD. I play guitar.
I'm Oliver. I play bass.
I'm Ace. I play drums.
All right. And kind of jumping right into it, I know that you guys just recently on the 20th played a show with Screenagers in a bedroom. Could you guys just tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, okay. We actually just had Screenagers practice right before this.
Okay.
Because it's Screenagers is our side project.
So you
I'm
guys
gonna let
are
Ace tell the story.
oh shit.
Yeah,
So
no, Screenagers is basically Astatine, like except for LD, and then we actually have like another member with us.
are you on
Uh,
sax?
no, our sax player isn't here anymore. He's our other vocalist.
Okay,
But
okay,
our,
okay.
our bassist Oliver in Astatine, he plays guitar in Screenagers, and it's like Midwest emo. That was our first show. It was really dope. It was
Yeah,
really awesome.
I've only seen it on Instagram and like it seems like my jam. I really love saxophone and songs where it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Um, whose bedroom did you guys play that show in?
We played it at Theo's bedroom. He's a really good friend. We've done two shows there. Now, the first one was definitely like a lot more fun, but
Mhm.
uh it's this little tiny bedroom and it has this staircase and it's really sick. Shout out Theo for sure.
Yeah. So you guys were just telling me that you took a road trip down here to Arizona. What do you guys usually listen to in the car together?
So Miles and I were the ones who went to Arizona.
Oh, okay,
We
okay.
listened to it's a lot of punk. Because our parents they were in like the punk scene in the late '90s and early 2000s, so we hear a lot of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love hearing the punk influence in your guys' music. Like Untitled number one is just like straight up crust. I wouldn't even say that there's a whole lot of emo in there. So that's awesome. Um, you guys have a song called Stay Golden Pony Boy. Is
Yeah,
that an Outsiders reference?
it is.
Yeah.
In eighth grade for summer reading, I had to read that book, and I really liked it. And we saw the movie, and it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Also, me and LD were in our theater program at school, and we're doing the Outsiders as our play right now. So like they'll just like say like, "Oh, Pony Boy to the stage," and then we'll talk about that song.
That's funny. Yeah, I had to read it in seventh grade. It's just like one of the books that we read. So I swear I was like, I'm pretty sure I know that reference.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a good book.
so you guys recently just came out on a split. It was a 6x1. Did you guys get like how did that get put together? Do you guys know?
That was all me basically.
Oh
Like
yeah.
we kind of helped like, or well, we're friends with like Homecoming and Forever Like the Stars. Or
Uh-huh.
they're like really good friends of ours. There's NC Yuma too. Who, all really good people we worked with on the split. It's just like all of our friends basically.
Hmm.
But the idea originally was gonna be like it was originally like completely different bands, but then two of the bands broke up, and then two of the bands were just like, we don't want to do this. And so then we were just like, okay, let's just still do the split, but with other bands. So we got five other bands, and it was in the work for like 6 or 7 months.
Oh damn. Okay. That's awesome. Um, so you guys have a show coming up called the Get Shit Done Show, and the proceeds are going to the Chavez family. Could you guys
Yeah,
just elaborate on that? What's up with the show?
So I've been working on that for like I've like 4 months now, probably. They
Hmm.
it's just like so last year I helped set up Versera's last show
Oh
at
damn.
the Haven in Pomona. And so this was kind of like my continuation of that in a sense, but just like with new bands, new venue and whatnot. But,
Okay.
but yeah, like the goal was to make a difference or just like to help people out. And like we found someone who like we think like deserves help. So
Yeah, we did a PCRF donation, and we played a show in March, and all those proceeds went to PCRF, and it just felt like a good cause. So I think it's good that we're doing that again.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who's the Chavez family?
they're I believe so the guy's name is Gert. He's in a band called La Merida
Okay.
Screamo, I think. I could be wrong on that. But I've met him at a show before. Or like he's like a really nice guy, so like yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, they're so the guy's dad has Lou Gehrig's disease. And then so it's just to kind of help raise money because he has like 3 kids and 2 younger daughters right now that he's trying to take care of with Lou Gehrig's disease, and it's just to kind of help like fun stuff because he can't work anymore or so.
That's difficult. That's awesome that you guys are like giving back and doing that. I
Yeah.
love that. I love seeing that so much. Where do you guys get the name from?
Oh,
Okay, so in 7th grade we had this science project where we were given an element, and I got assigned astatine, and I was like, it's an element on the periodic table, and I was like, that sounds like a band name. And me and LD were jamming like in the garage down here, and we were like a death metal band with just like him on guitar, me on drums, and singing at the same. And it was pretty bad, but and then we started that, and then we got Ace, and then like, and then we Oliver joined like 2 months ago, and yeah, and now here we are.
It's awesome. I love seeing that progression of bedroom bands. I used to be in a bedroom band called Meow, and we absolutely sucked. We didn't even have a name. It was Meow with the question mark at the very end. Did not work.
Yeah, that's so funny.
What music or like genres or albums would you say that you guys are into that would surprise somebody to hear?
Oh, okay, we're gonna go in order.
Perfect.
Like influence on like our music, like that.
Just in general, like right now, you told me like a name. It would surprise me that you like it. Go.
Oh, um, okay, not like an album, but an artist. I'm gonna say Porter Robinson. He's a pop artist. He's like hyper pop. I really like that. And
Okay.
the Oi Scouts, they're really good. An album. I really like Siamese Dream by the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, that's fun.
For me, it would probably be Stray Cats. They're this old rock slash rockabilly band, and
Okay.
they're really good. And for album wise, it would probably be Postcards from the Friendly City by Have Gun Will Travel, like this acoustic, like kind of folk thing.
Mhm.
It's kind of hard to say for me. I really like The Promise Ring, and I used to really like Radiohead, but I don't really know what else.
I love Midwest Pen Pals. Like Midwest Pen Pals is probably like
Oh,
my
they're
favorite
so
band
good.
right now.
They're so
They're
good.
they're so fucking
They're
good. I
so
listen to that
fucking
EP Inside Jokes like every day. It's
Mhm.
so good. It's really what like wanted to make me like what I wanted to make me a better drummer, I guess, because I kind of was like terrible at drums when I started. And yeah, I actually really like rap. Like my mom is a really big rap fan, so we listen to a lot of like 90s and aughts rap. Like Too Short and like Tupac. Yeah, like Tupac, like stuff like that. I think that's like also influenced because like rock and rap are so close to each other. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of scene kids like wouldn't want to admit that they like stuff outside of screamo. So
Yeah,
I
true.
don't know. I feel like I do.
Yeah, I saw you have a Blair shirt, right?
I do have a Blair shirt on. Yeah.
I love Blair, but
Awesome. I opened for them
there.
on the
Oh
second
wait,
months ago.
really? That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, they toured AZ. It was awesome.
That's really cool. But they're playing a show with like Lil Tracy. I thought that was pretty
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah. That's gonna be here too. It's gonna be Pink. It's gonna be like the weirdest show. It's gonna be such a blend because like Pink Michigan is gonna be playing that, and they're like deathcore. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
Lil Tracy, High C, and yeah. I think is Blair more? Blair's
Yeah.
more like hardcore. Blair's more like hardcore. We played with them like a month ago.
We played at like one of Blair's like first show, or maybe was it their first show? Like it was.
Show, but it was like
It was like one of the, it was like they had like less than like 200 followers or something. Like they were like tiny.
Okay.
Like they opened that show, and then literally like less than a month later, they already were like over 1,000 and like just like playing all these shows and like
It blew
they got
up.
like when I saw they did like Terragram Ballroom, that was crazy. Like that was a stacked show. That was like the Pink Michigan, Blair, like all those. That looked stacked. I really wish I would have gone to that.
That's crazy.
I really like Blair's sound though. I think that they sound really cool.
They're fucking badass.
Their drummer's really good.
They're all super good. They're definitely some moshcore. Like when they were here, it was in like a little tiny. It was at the Nile Coffee Shop, which is just like a little coffee shop, and we still got everybody to be fucking like it was a pretty good pit inside of a little tiny coffee shop.
Yeah, that's sick.
Speaking of moshing, how do you guys feel about moshing at your shows?
Uh, I personally encourage it. We're not very much of like a moshy band, I'd say. I mean,
True.
I don't know. People do though. We've had some really good shows. This guy over here, he's our mosher. We have him start the pit.
I'm like their designated mosher at every show.
You gotta have at least
They
one.
just like they like force me to start a pit, and they like threaten me if I don't do it.
But I don't know. We're not a very moshy band, but we've had some shows with like pretty crazy pits, I'd say. Our best one was at Space City Vintage, and it was like this day show in Little Tokyo. And we had like a giant dog pile, and that one was pretty crazy. But
And the lead singer of a band like who LD actually he mixed and like recorded their album. He got like a nasty gash on his arm at that show, like from the pit. Like he got like totally cut by it was crazy. Like that show had like a crazy pit.
That's nasty.
he still has like a scar and everything.
That's wild. Yeah, usually in Arizona we see a lot of just bloody noses, like a lot of bloody piercings. Because I don't know like what it's like for you guys there, but I know a lot of people have like a fat ass septum here and then like a lot of like bridge piercings. Yeah. And
Yeah,
people
our
we
friends Zuni and Matt have like, or no, Zuni and Sam have like zero G's. Like
yeah, yeah, the double O's. That's crazy. Plus we like throwing punches here. Like I've caught a couple mean ones to the fucking face. So it's just how we get down.
Is the scene more like hardcore up there or like screamo?
Oh, there's barely any good screamo bands here. It's really just hardcore. And even then the hardcore fucking sucks. I would say that screamo wise in Arizona, like the only good bands are Journal, Seahorse Choke, Pneumonia. Pneumonia is a little bit smaller, but they're like amazing. After Tomorrow is from Tucson and a little self plug, Constance Way. But other than that, all the other bands are.
Wait,
Or,
is Constance Way your band?
yeah, that was the bassist. Or
Oh, that's sick.
And then My Stuffed Rabbit too is pretty good. But other than that, it's really just a bunch of hardcore bands and then people that go to shows for mosh pits and not for music.
Yeah.
You see a lot more of that. Like people just go to malls.
Yeah, recently there's been a lot more of like just going to mosh and like stuff. My friend Hugo really likes this guy. He really likes flexing his mosh moves.
Yeah.
And like he practices in his bedroom and he just goes to dance. He doesn't even go to.
No, we'll be like at school, like, or we'll be like waiting for the bus together, and he'll just be like, "Ace, watch this spin kick. Like, look at how much he's gotten better." And then like, I like one of my friends came up to me and was like, "Why was Hugo just like spin kicking in front of the bus stop? Like, what is he doing?"
Yeah, fucking Fight Club.
Yeah.
I'm in a deathcore band and that's all of us. Just whenever we're hanging out, whenever we have space to be moshing, we're moshing.
That's
I don't
really cool.
understand it. So would you guys say that there's like a even blend of like screamo and hardcore in your guys' scene or
So like
Screamo bands trying to. I feel like there's a lot more screamo bands right now, like trying to be like hardcore.
yeah. No, there's definitely like a Cali
I know,
sound.
but there's like a lot of bands just doing like chug chug breakdown or chug
Yeah,
chug
like-
panic chord.
Like they're trying
But,
to before you leave.
Yeah, like it's not even screamo anymore at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like a lot of it happened with the like kids too. Like a lot of screamo kids just like they also like kind of just started listening to deathcore at the same time.
Yeah.
But I don't. There's a lot of like um not so much hardcore, more deathcore. But the hardcore scene is definitely like really prominent and like big in our area for sure.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Shout out our friend Jacob's band Tumor Hardcore. Uh, we love J Bob.
extra
Shout out to
throwback.
them. So is there a I'm really curious about what the Southern California scene is like because I know that like Pomona is pretty prominent. I know that San Diego is pretty prominent. Are like all of the cities like connected, or would you say it's each city has its own kind of separate scene?
Oh, wait, hold on. Before I answer my question, this is my sister. She just got home from school.
Hi.
She's like pointing a stick at you.
Oh, at me?
Yeah. Be careful. Okay. Bye. Yeah, the scene is I haven't been to San Diego or like a show in San Diego or anywhere. The scene in LA, it's very like saturated. I'd say there's like an insane amount of bands. Um, there's bands everywhere. There's
Yeah.
like people that are involved in the scene everywhere. Uh, it's pretty nuts because I remember when I was in seventh grade and um like screamo in like our area was just getting like a little bit popularized. I remember I was like, this is like really weird and like why would like there's like nobody involved in this. And then now it's just like so different. And now there's like people in like my classes that will randomly start talking about like screamo or being like it's kind of weird. It's more like I feel like it's definitely gotten a lot bigger.
Yeah. Because I was the one who like out of like the four of us, I was the one who like first got us like into like screamo. Oh,
Mhm.
really? Like I was the first one who like went to like one way, like some of One Way Mirrors like first house shows. It was like I
Oh,
went to like a bunch of those at first, and I got to see like Judge My Heart. I got to see No Bling once. I got to see like Catalyst and Bulletproof Backpack too. It was in like this tiny ass bedroom. Like those shows were really fun.
yeah, I bet.
I think just like how much the scene has grown, like especially here in Los Angeles since like last year. Yeah, like it's really crazy.
Hmm.
Same with like Pomona. Like some of our best shows have been out in Pomona. Like I think the Pomona / like IE scene is like really good right now.
I would agree.
What You Once Were, like they're a really good band out from the IE.
Well, because like IE's got like big ass truck who's like so insanely good. Like Othio's like plays there all the time, and Ragtag is out there, and like What You Once Were is like Riverside. Like all those bands are like super good, and we love playing with them. Like What You Once Were, we've played a ton of shows with them.
That's
We've
awesome.
played probably like 4 or 5 with them. Just like they're awesome. Oh yeah, and Manners is super good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where they're from. I think IE. Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out Manners. They're from San Bernardino. They're like emo violence.
Oh,
They're
I
really
love Santa Bernardino. What are they called?
Manners.
Manners? Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out.
They're really incredible and they have a bunch of music out. It's like a lot softer, but it's insanely good. I really like their song Hunter, I Barely Know Her, and Juno and Robbery. They're really good.
Hell yeah. Shout out Othiel. I just did a split interview with Othiel, Journal, and Pale Fade. It's coming on the way. They're all three of those bands are like really awesome.
That's
They're
so cool.
Yeah.
That's a crazy split.
They just played a boxing gym here. Like the first
Really?
Yeah, the first time that we've ever had like a boxing gym venue. They just played here. It was like last Wednesday.
Um, there was this venue in Pomona called Ring of Hearts, and it was a boxing ring.
I think I've
Forever and Her Hearts did it, and that was super cool. There were some really cool shows there.
Is
Yeah,
that one where they would do a versus sets.
yeah,
Fans would be like facing off against each other.
Yeah, Blair and Before You Leave did one where like that one was crazy. I watched that video from like a Harsh Tales in YouTube. That one was nuts. But yeah, no, because we really wanted to play there. Like we were supposed to play there, and then it got shut down because like they had like problems with the owner or something. But those guys are really nice. Like from Forever in Our Hearts, they're really awesome.
Mm. So you guys were talking about how your craziest show was at that thrift store in Little Tokyo. What has been like your guys' favorite show to play?
Okay, we'll go around.
Perfect.
My favorite was Theo's House Part 1. Um, the first Theo's House show, because it was like 40 kids in this little bedroom, and it was all people that we knew, and like there were some like strangers, and I made a lot of friends that night. But during our set, I remember like everyone was screaming along, and like the whole room was moving, and it was just really cool overall, and it just like I felt like I made a lot of friends that night, and that was just really awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's probably the same for me. That show was just like really fun. It was like a dream or like something you'd see out of like a movie, in a sense. Like it was really fun. Oh, did I say last night?
No, but
Oh yeah.
I haven't done that many, but for me, it would also be Theo's House Part 1. Yeah, it was like really crowded. It was cool.
I think I was gonna say the same show. I think that was probably our best show. But I also loved the one that we just played at Theo's house. That one was also pretty cool. Just because I felt like because Screenagers, that was our first time playing and people ended up really liking us, which was really cool. And then like also Theo is my neighbor, so then we like just went up to my house and then just like walked back down for the next set.
We played in Anaheim, and that was really fun. January 5th, we did a show at our friend Maya's house. It was in her backyard. And yeah, that was the show with Blair. That one was really fun. We made a lot of friends there. We met our good friend Gabe Suyoma. She's really cool. We met Jacob and all the close and personal guys. Yeah. We were supposed to do a split with this band called Close and Personal with all their friends in it, and then they broke up, and that sucked. But
That's the origin of Fractured.
Yeah.
oh yeah, the Fractured, our EP, it was originally supposed to be. Yeah, it was originally the songs for the Close and Personal split, but then they dropped, and then we were just like, oh fuck it, and let's just drop it and call it Fractured because like they oh, that was a voice crack. Oh, I'm sorry.
Live on camera. It's a pretty creative name.
Yeah, that EP, like it was really just like thrown together at the last minute, and then like the picture and the name were both from my girlfriend, and like we just kind of like it was just kind of like last minute. We were like, well, we still want to put out these songs, and then that split or that release has World War III on it, which is like the one that like most people know at shows, like because like people like saying the drop the fucking bomb part.
That part is fucking hard.
Yeah, no, that was crazy though because like we went to the Widow Dust show at 1720 and like Sony from Versera came up to us and was like that song about dropping the bomb, that's a great song. Like that was nuts. That was really crazy.
Crazy, dude. What?
Yeah, that was so great. That entire show, like Miles got recognized like 3 different times. Somebody actually recognized me as the drummer, which like made me so happy. Like that show was yeah, no one ever thinks I'm in the band. Like no one ever recognizes me. So that was really cool. Cause LD like he kind of has a mohawk right now, but it was like way bigger before, and like everyone would recognize him as just like the mohawk guy.
I'd be recognized as the guy from Astatine or the Mohawk guy from Astatine. Mohawk man. Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. It's just kind of funny, like seeing like people recognize us. I was like, it's a cool thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
Yeah, because we're not like that well known in like the scene, you know. But like yeah.
All right.
My favorite thing though is when LD will be like, or someone will be like, "Hey, it's the Mohawk guy," and then they'll like take a photo with LD, and then they'll just like walk away. It's happened in public. We were at the fair one time, and then someone went up to him and was like, "Hey, you're the Mohawk guy, right?" And then he was like, "Yeah," and then he just took a photo with him and just walked away.
So awkward.
Yeah.
At least you're getting recognized though. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Or like sometimes people when he had the big mohawk, people would like stop their trucks and like when they would drive by and they'd be like, yeah, they'd be like, dude, I love your mohawk, man. That is so cool.
It was like a solid 7 inches.
It was tall.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, would you guys say that World War III is your favorite one to perform, or what's your favorite song to perform?
Um,
Okay, my favorite song to perform is this one called I I'm gonna say I'm gonna this one called "Till Death Do Us Part" because the lyrics are really pretty, and but I also no this one called "Fight Power." It's a new one, and it goes fight power, not people, fight power, not people, and it's like political, and I like it because I feel like when we play it, we're like spreading positivity, and I like that.
my favorite to play is "Force the Hand of Fate." It's just like kind of like a fun one to play. It will be out soon on our second album coming out probably, but like we do like a clapping thing, and it's like fun, but it's also like a fuck you to like pedophiles. Also,
It's about the Catholic Church and like priests.
I love hearing message music.
My favorite is also I think by Power because like when everybody chants it, that's cool. It's a lot of energy.
I'd probably say maybe till death do us part because like I feel like well that's when like we played this show in March at the Haven and like 2 days before it we wrote that song and then we like played it for the first time there and that was like really cool. I like that made me feel like we were actually like kind of good at writing songs like we could actually kind of do it. Either that or like I mean, I'd say World War Three is up there. I really like my drum line on World War Three because like that was when we first got our double kick, and like I'm really bad at it. So like that was like the first song that I actually used it in. So I feel like kind of proud of that song. I feel like, and that song like the lyrics are so stupid that it's kind of crazy that people like love it as much as they do, because like it's literally just basically one line the whole song, except for like
So the lyrics, and if you like actually listen, they're really stupid and they make no sense. And like when I wrote them, I was just like spewing gibberish out my mouth. Oh, I was like spewing gibberish out my mouth, and then I randomly said like drop the fucking bomb, and then I just said that, and then
are we talking about World War Three?
no, no, it's World War Three. No, but and then another favorite. Miles wrote this like "fuck you" song about our math teacher from last year.
Ask about that. I heard
Yeah,
the hilarious.
that one. He was like, oh, actually, Miles, you should tell me.
okay. So I had this math teacher. His name was Mr. C. Um, and he was like the worst. He barely taught me, and like he would kick me out of class a lot, and like one time he sent me to the principal's office for eating a sandwich, and that was like the last straw. But and then we just like I was like, hey Ace, let's write a punk song about Mr. C, and then I was like, okay, and that's the story.
And like when we first wrote it, like again, I was like really bad at drums. So like the beat on that one is really fast. And so we would like never play it because the first time we played it live, I messed up like so bad and it was so embarrassing that like I was like, no, we're not playing it anymore. And then we finally did, and like now it's fine. Like we played it kind of all the shows. But I remember that like it was just like notoriously we just did not play it because I sucked at it. It was really bad.
What's the intro to that song? Is it at a show? Where do you guys get that recording from?
Yeah, that's from the 1210 benefit show, which was Sarah's last show.
Okay.
It was just like the one clip from Nathan Marhando Media. I just pulled off YouTube, and it was just like fuck Mr. C because
Yeah, fuck
I was
this.
like art kind of like yeah.
Well, because we do that when we play that song live. So like LD just had an idea of like, oh, let's just put it on the song, and then it worked.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's perfect. Um, I do have to start shutting it down, wrapping this up because we have 3 minutes left. This thing is saying until like the recording stops.
Okay.
I just gave you guys like a little warning. Where did you guys? How did you guys meet? Like, what's the friend group story?
So this is actually my brother.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
We're siblings. Oh, it's LD's birthday actually today.
Happy
and-
birthday, Elsie.
Thank you.
The big 1-7. And so I met Ace because we had like a show or something, and then like we were gonna play it. It was the first Astatine show, and I went up to Ace and I was like, "Hey Ace, I heard you shred," or something like that, something really stupid like that. And then he was like, I guess so. And then I was like, come to my house and then we'll practice. And then that was it. And then we played, and then the funnier one is actually Oliver, because Oliver, I was in the choir room at our school, and they have a drum kit and like an electric guitar. Oliver was in there. He was playing like this like math rock thing, and we jammed. And then no, and then one day I like played him Party Hats, and I walk into the room, and then he's like playing a Party Hat song.
I was like sitting outside the choir room because that's where I eat, and I just hear my big fucking head coming from inside the room. I was like, "Who is playing that?" And then I went in, and it was
That's
Oliver. He was like,
awesome.
"Yeah, Miles showed me this song," and then Miles like for months was talking about like, "Oh, I really want him in the band. I really want him in the band," and then like never asked him until we finally did. But yeah, it's we just really wanted him in the band because he's like so like such a musical genius and just like so talented. And yeah, no, say
What do you want me to tell him? Oh, okay. Um, Before I was asked to join the band, I also played Little League Baseball with Miles when I was 10.
Oh, okay.
we went to school together.
Yeah, and then me and Ace went to the same elementary school. Yeah, that's it.
He like just dressed up as Justin Turner one year. I remember that's how I always remembered him, was that for Halloween he was Justin Turner. So then when Miles was like, I really want Oliver in the band, I was like, oh, Justin Turner kid wants to be in our band.
All right, we got 1 minute, and I'm gonna end it off by asking some quick questions. I just want to hear the first thing that comes to your mind. All right.
Okay.
Mints or slam?
Slam. Fuck mints.
Slam. It sucks.
Yeah, mints is only good live sometimes. Um, Halo or Fallout 4?
Halo.
Red Dead Redemption or Fortnite?
Oh, Fortnite. Fortnite. What?
What the fuck are you on?
No, okay. No, Fortnite. Fortnite's like a generational game. That's like the game of my generation.
All right, and last thing before we go, I know I gotta shut it down quick. Is Weezer cringe?
No, Weezer's amazing. I love Weezer. My
Good
Name
answer.
is Jonas is one of the best songs of all time.
Yeah, Blue Album and Pinkerton are like goated, so goated.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I really appreciate it, guys. It was good. It was like awesome talking to you.